I spoke with the Scottsdale Fire Department and the Tonto National Forest about the effects of wildfires not only in communities in the forest, but around the valley as well.
This quiet neighborhood sits at the edge of North Scottsdale with scenic views of the valley and iconic desert landscapes. But what happens to lie just right across the street is an open desert with dry vegetation susceptible to wildfires.
We had a lot of good grasses and wildflowers come up. When those cure out and dry, which they will do as the weather heats up, the potential exists that we could have significant wildfires in the desert area.
With a wet winter here in the valley, there is a greater threat of wildfires around the communities at the edge of the desert, just like here in North Scottsdale. But fire crews are prepared for these wildfires in the lower elevations.
Every firefighter that we have has been trained to the basic wildland level. And so every year they go through their refresher course, they recertify.
With the winter we had and the early high temperatures, plants have turned brown, creating fuel for fires. And this year has fire crews especially concerned. Every 10 years there has been a significant fire here in Arizona.
So 10 years ago we had the Cave Creek Complex fire. 10 years before that we had the Rio fire. So this is year number 10 for our area down here.
In 2005, the Cave Creek Complex fire burned more than 243 acres that reached the outer regions of the Phoenix area.
Grass and wildflower crop is more equivalent to what we saw in 2005. And 2005 was a fairly significant desert fire year for Arizona.
The beneficial thing about houses here in the valley is that they are made out of stucco with a tile roof.
The fires here in the desert burn really fast. So they're not the long-lasting where they have a lot of heat impact on the houses. The fire will move through and go past it.
Scottsdale Fire says they are calling for a dual fire season, which is fires in the desert, lower and higher elevations. They also encourage people living in communities at the edge of the desert to be aware that a fire could spark at any time.
Now, if you live next to where these buildings meet the desert, create a defensible space around your home and prepare ahead of time in case of an evacuation.